She messaged, "Your sibling is more attractive. I wish I'd picked him over you." In the middle of our spat, I shot back, "Feel free to do that now." Next, I sent the image capture straight to him. They went on their initial outing yesterday evening. Initial entry, me, a 29-year-old guy, figured I'd grasped the depth of disloyalty before. Little did I know I'd merely grazed the tip of the iceberg. I've shared a home with Natalie, 27, for 4 years now, cohabiting for the last pair of those. Lately, our squabbles have ramped up, over trivial matters mostly. Who overlooked grabbing the dairy? Whose responsibility is the restroom scrub down? Why I dropped $200 on a fresh angling pole without looping her in beforehand. Last Thursday, we clashed once more. She fumed that I'd detoured to my sibling Danny's 31 spot post shift rather than heading directly back. Danny and I have shared a tight bond our whole lives. He essentially stepped in as my guardian after our father bilayed when I hit 12. "You always prioritize him above me," she yelled. That's absurd. I drop by his place once every 7 days, tops. "Fine, I'm over-discussing this." She stormed into the sleeping quarters, banged the portal shut. About 20 minutes passed, then my device vibrated. Incoming note from Natalie. "You realize what infuriates me the most? Your sibling's way more appealing regardless. I ought to have selected him back when opportunity knocked." I fixated on that message for a full 60 seconds. Back when opportunity knocked. What opportunity exactly? Marched over to the chamber entrance. "Nat, what exactly did you imply by back when opportunity knocked?" "Nothing. Buzz off," had Danny. Was there an incident involving Danny? "Oh heavens no, I simply meant in theory if I'd encountered him prior." But wait, she actually did cross paths with him first. During my workplace grill out 5 years back, Danny tagged along as my companion since I was unattached. She attended as a pal of somebody else's. They chatted for roughly an hour prior to my introduction to her. I retreated to the lounge area, captured a photo of the note, and pulled off something spiteful, perhaps unwise. Undoubtedly a deal-breaker for the partnership. I relayed it to Danny, adding, "Evidently you're the suitor she let slip away, keen to pursue." Danny rang right away. "Dude, what's this madness?" I detailed the brawl, the note, the entire saga. "That's twisted, pal. You holding up? Not especially. But that's it for me. You genuinely inquiring if I'm game, though? Utterly earnest. She desires you, she can claim you. I'm through serving as anyone's fallback option." He fell silent for a beat. Then, "You know, sure, let's gauge her true intent here." Follow-up 1, 3 days onward. Danny swung by Saturday dawn while Natalie hit her flexibility session, assisted in boxing up my belongings. I skipped any joint acquisitions, sticking to my solo possessions, relocated to his spare chamber on a short-term basis. Penned a memo. "Spot on, Danny's exceptional. I informed him of your inclination. Best wishes." The frenzy ignited at 11:47 a.m., 31 unanswered rings, 89 dispatches, spanning from, "Is this some prank? Where have you vanished to? This has ceased being amusing. You can't vanish like this. I never intended it that way. Your sibling truly messaged me. What the? You're acting so juvenile. Please return. I'm alerting authorities." Danny had, in fact, dispatched her one. "Hi, Natalie. Alex shared your note with me. Honored. Care for a brew and a chat?" Her reply, "This is deranged. Instruct Alex to return immediately." "Danny, he's an adult, no sway over him. So, brew or pass?" That's when the story twisting kicked in. She dialed my mother. Informed her I'd deserted her amid a mix-up. Mom reached out. "Sweetie, what's unfolding? Natalie claims you vacated over triviality." She declared Danny superior in looks and that she should have opted for him over me. So granting her that shot. She uttered that. "Inquire about the note, Mom." Mom disconnected, rang back after an hour. "That woman's barred from family suppers henceforth." But now it turns intriguing. My pal Craig staffs the identical fitness center as Natalie's confidant, Jenna. Jenna spilled that this wasn't Natalie's debut mention of Danny. Evidently, she'd confided in her circle for months that she'd erred in selecting the sibling. And Danny embodied the ideal catch. One acquaintance even revealed Natalie confessed she'd chased me initially to inch nearer to Danny. When that fizzled since Danny showed zero spark for his junior sibling's partner, she defaulted to me. Defaulted, 4 years poured into my existence and I was the runner-up award. Follow-up 2. 7 days passed. The presumption surge was rapid and riveting. Initially, she pursued the lawful route. Asserted I'd pilfered from her by claiming my console I'd purchased, my screen I'd acquired, and my brew appliance I'd unquestionably obtained. She genuinely summoned law enforcement. They appeared at Danny's residence. I presented purchase proofs for all. They appeared irked and departed. Next arrived the monetary maneuvering. Note, we divided housing costs evenly, yet I covered power, web, and provisions since my earnings edged higher. Abruptly, a payment demand hits for $2,400, my portion of power bills for the upcoming half-year, claiming I'd shattered the agreement. I countered. The agreement you're absent from? The power accounts under my name. Best of luck. She warned of minor claims tribunal. I invited her to proceed. Meanwhile, Danny had been messaging her, not coquettishly, merely present, addressing her mounting erratic communiques on the impropriety of it all. You claimed you should have selected me. I'm unattached. You're on the verge of singledom. What's improper? I was distressed. It held no weight. It came across quite pointed. Back when opportunity knocked suggests an actual opening. Quit distorting my phrasing. I'm directly reciting you. Then she overstepped gravely. She contacted my office, alleging I was amid a psychological breakdown and had forsaken mutual duties, implying they ought to assess my steadiness. My supervisor, fortunately, understands me thoroughly, summoned me over. Alex received a worrisome alert regarding you, outlined the circumstances, displayed the note. He chuckled outright. Your former flame's phoning here 'cause you exited after her admitting she fancied your sibling. That's audacious. Indeed, she's not coping gracefully. I can tell. You solid for duties? Superior than ever. Excellent. And should she ring anew, logging it as pursuit? She rang once more, he documented it. Follow-up 3, 14 days onward. The final frenzy. Yep, I picked up that phrase from online forums, was awe-inspiring. She appeared at Danny's abode around 2 a.m., intoxicated, hammering the entrance. I realize you're both inside. This amounts to abduction. Danny, filming the lot on his mobile, evenly stated via the barrier. Natalie, depart now or authorities get involved. He's my partner. You swiped him. Truthfully, I stated via the barrier, you expressed desiring him over me. Recall? I never intended it. The locals alerted officers for us. She earned an intoxication disturbance caution and a cab ride back. The officers rang. Subsequent dawn, her mother phoned me. Patricia had forever been level-headed, so I picked up. Alex, dear, what's transpiring? Natalie insists you and your sibling are plotting her downfall. Patricia. She explicitly stated she should have picked my sibling over me. In documented form, I'm merely delivering her desire. She voiced that. Care to view the image? Related her way, extended hush. Oh dear, my regrets. She alluded to your sibling during Harvest Feast, but I dismissed it as drivel. Hold on, what precisely? That Danny possessed all your qualities but elevated. I warned her that was tasteless and harsh. I figured it stemmed from a rough patch. That occurred 8 months prior, Patricia. I realize, my apologies, you merit superior. Even her progenitor had reached her limit, but Natalie persisted. She launched an entire online crusade claiming I was gaslighting her and peddling her to my sibling. Shared excerpts of Danny's exchanges, yet artfully trimmed her initiating remark on his allure. Thus, I shared the complete image. The entirety, complete with time-stamp proving she dispatched it amid our clash, not yanked from isolation as she alleged. The feedback was savage. Lady truly voiced craving the sibling and now fumes at receiving her wish. Engaged in foolish pursuits, claimed foolish rewards. Alliance Danny, that's brutal. Envision botching so severely you forfeit both siblings. She erased it all in under 60 minutes. Follow-up 4. 21 days onward, Danny genuinely invited her forth. I get it. I do.